God's word is unbelievably clear about the fact that allowing our anger to run free, completely uncontrolled, will totally take over our lives. The proverb says that a person who does not have control over their anger is like a city broken down without walls. The proverb says that a person who does not have control over their anger is like a city broken down without walls. But it's also unbelievably clear about where these kinds of uncontrollable anger actually come from. Romans 12 says that we need to be transformed by the renewal of our mind rather than being conformed to the world. Conformity to the world's patterns of thinking leads us into all kinds of self-destructiveness and self-sabotage, but being transformed, having our minds renewed, leads us to think in ways that help us to flourish by living according to God's good design. One of the things that just about every therapist who is actually worth listening to will tell you is that so often our uncontrollable anger comes from irrational beliefs. That's a cognitive behavioral therapy term. Essentially, we get it into our heads that if things don't go this way, I cannot be happy. If people don't treat us this way, I cannot be content. If everything does not go my way, I cannot be satisfied. And when we get into those thought modes, absolutely everything ends up setting us off because we believe at every single moment that everything is at stake. But that is almost never true. And so the way that God's word teaches us to deal with our anger is not so much to remove the things that make us angry, although sometimes that is what you need to do, right? You might need to cut certain people out of your life if all they ever do is pick at you and tear you down. But the solution to our uncontrollable anger is learning how to be content, satisfied, even happy, regardless of whether things go the way we want them to, whether people treat us the way we want them to, whether life pans out the way we want it to. We slowly learned that there is really nothing to be angry about 99% of the time. That comes from absolutely nowhere else except from cultivating the contentment that comes from being satisfied to have God plus nothing. Take care.